Well, to break down the pros and cons of that 50-year mortgage, let's bring in Bianca D'Alessio. She's a real estate broker and the founder of the Masters division at Nest Seekers International. Bianca, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you with us. So, I mean, this was big news this week also because just this week we've heard that the median age of a typical first-time homebuyer is now up to 40, highest it's ever been, and kind of making this point that it's so hard to break in to the housing market. Now, the math there is a little bit interesting, but how could a 50-year mortgage option help first-time homebuyers break into the market?
So the best thing about this is that it's a tool, like any other tool and option that we see in the mortgage market, and it's to be used just that way, because when you look at the numbers, it doesn't make sense. But what this will do is help more buyers and first-time home buyers qualify for mortgages. That few $100 swing that you would be saving a month because you would have the lower payments will help them qualify for a loan and in turn get into the market because they can get a mortgage.
As Linda explained, there are some risks associated with that. So let's talk about this. And I think another question, sometimes one of the benefits of having a mortgage is the interest deduction on your taxes every year. What might this mean for that, too?
So listen, when you're looking at, no one plans to hold a home for 50 years. So when you look at the math over 50 years, do the numbers make sense? Absolutely not. But the plan would be for people to refinance, get into the housing market, start to build that equity. Yes, you're not building it as quickly as you would in a 15 or a 30-year mortgage because a lot of that money is going to that interest instead of the principal. However, you're getting into the market. And then other options, especially because we have that age being 40 years old. If we could get more younger home buyers into the market, as they start to make more money in their jobs, they could pay off that loan faster. And there's a lot of other refinance options that would be available to them.
Let's talk, though, about if this is even really going to happen. I mean, for now, it's just a proposal. It's got to be approved by Congress to basically change what a qualified mortgage is. And some experts say that could take at least a year. Walk us through that process.
This could be a very long process because it's a risky portfolio, right? If we're looking at something over 50 years, the profile has a lot more factors of what are rates actually going to look like, which home buyers would qualify, what do their financial requirements and their credit requirements need to look like in order to get this. So do I anticipate that this is going to be a forever plan or solution or open to the masses? No. But as a short-term option to a select group of buyers to help them get into the market, I see this being an option that we could see in the future.
The down payment obviously is still an issue no matter what. That's a big hurdle for so many people. So if you're a home buyer, prospective home buyer, especially for the first time, just no matter what mortgage you're looking at here, what's your best advice for people?
Is to have that comfortable range is that 15 to 20% down is where you want to be. At that 20% down number, you get rid of the PMI, which is a big nut to have in the beginning. And that's where you really want to be striving to save in order to qualify.
All right, Bianca D'Alessio, thanks for joining us. Certainly a talker this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.